Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at, we're going to be taking a look at how you can get Chrono Crystals as quickly as possible. Now this is an emergency guide. Some of these ways you're going to know. For a lot of new players this is going to be very easy, but in general what I can only really suggest is to do as many of them as possible. The first one is one that a lot of veterans will know but new players won't. But soul boosting your units nets you a lot of Chrono Crystals, especially as a new player. All of the characters you soul boost basically net you around about 20 to 30 Chrono Crystals a character. With the amount of Chrono Crystals that you get from like soul boosting these characters and with the amount of characters that are in the game, by summoning and soul boosting whatever units you get, you can stack up a ton of Chrono Crystals. The next method is also effective, but a lot less effective, and this method is upgrading gear. Now this is upgrading gear that is basically getting to a Z rank. So there are missions that will give you Chrono Crystals for getting gear to Z rank. Also A rank and S rank. Now by upgrading a piece of gear from Z rank to Z rank, so by re-upgrading, that will still proc. Now the best way to do this is to take gear that has 2 high grade first slots. The most ideal gear is the unique gears, so the platinum gears that are unique for characters that give them passives in the 3rd slot, because those pieces of gear have a lot of weighting on the first 2. The next way and final kind of like non-content related way is friendship. This is the slowest and worst way because it requires you to upgrade friendship of characters. These special Goten and Trunks unique equips that you see me equipping here can be purchased from the exchange shop for rare medals. These equips will increase the rate of friendship that you gain and are a great way to level a lot of units at one time to rank 5 in friendship. There are special missions that you can complete for the 5 rank friendship that will net you also Chrono Crystals as well. So it's very important to do this potentially. You can combine this with other methods of getting Chrono Crystals, and I'll mention that later. But generally speaking, this is the most painful one, but it can net you like around about 1,000 or so Chrono Crystals by completing all of it. So it is a way that is something to do. You can combine it very nicely with quest. So story challenges, all of these things are honestly, I know it sucks, but it's the best way to grab Chrono Crystals when you're in a tight spot. Everything from the hard mode challenges, and specifically the hard mode challenges for stage 1 and 2, because there are some challenges here that will net you like 30 Chrono Crystals. Look at this. A yellow attack 4 times, 30 Chrono Crystals. And by clearing those challenges and using a team with the friendship gear on, you can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, especially as a new player or like returning player. Now in terms of current anniversary content, this is where things get more on the grindy / a little bit slower methods. So first is the raid. Obviously the raid is huge because you get 700 Chrono Crystals per non-stop raid. So you can grind this out all in one day. So you could grab 700 Chrono Crystals right now, as long as you play enough raid. Obviously, it's a bit of a grind, but if you really wanted them, you could grab them very, very quickly. On top of that as well, in terms of events, there's not anything that gives you a huge amount of Chrono Crystals, but remember the original series are always up. And these, again, also drop a decent chunk of Chrono Crystals by completing both their missions and also completing their stages. On top of that as well, you also may want to consider looking at the special section. There are a ton of events here. Firstly, look at all of these special character-based events. Everything like the Clash on Namek, a new adventure, new battle, the Cell Saga one, which is just above, the movie bosses strike one, or the film Strike Back. All of these are based on certain characters completing 3 stages. Each stage gives you 50 Chrono Crystals. Each one gives you 600. Now you do have to have your characters hit a certain star rating to take on the stage, so they have to be like 7 stars, 7 plus, etc. But if you're summoning so much and you're using so many summon tickets, you get there with a couple of them, and always check. The next is Legends Road. Or Legends Road, there are, I think, 5 of them. Each one drops 500 Chrono Crystals from mission rewards by getting the characters up to a certain rank, which you can do fairly easy with just a bunch of skip tickets and stamina. But there's also stones and Chrono Crystals that you get from just completing the various stages as well. Hyperdimensional Carp will be refreshed soon, but you can also, again, spam Hyperdimensional Carp to earn as many Chrono Crystals as possible. This one only drops 300, but it's still worth it because those 300 Chrono Crystals matter a lot in the long run. So definitely something to consider doing. It refreshes very soon, so I highly suggest doing this today pretty much. On top of that, of course, we have PvP. Now, rated PvP gives you rewards at the end of the season. There'll be 2 of these in Legends Festival, and they give a lot of Chrono Crystals, but the medals you get as well from the fights and the missions for the fights also give you a lot of Chrono Crystals as well. On top of that, you have Training Battle or Treasure Battle, which gives you 3 bouquets a day, and you can exchange those for Chrono Crystals as well, which you see me do here. Between the 2 of them, I believe there's 1,700 Chrono Crystals that you can obtain, which is insane. So that's something I'd also really suggest. Other than that, really guys, your like mission plan, so your account mission plan, that's the battle hard plan you can see at the top of my screen, plus also the missions for the actual festival for getting festival medals, which you can farm from the raid and from PvP, are going to be the best ways to try and grab Chrono Crystals. It really depends. If you want to go ham and farm so many medals, you could come out with basically all 4,000 right now. It's really up to you. Everything from Tournament of Power to all of these things is crucial towards getting stones, so really try your best and just see how it goes. You'll get some Legends ranking rewards, you'll get Tournament of Power rewards. These will all come during Legends Fest, so try to participate in them. But yeah, that's it from me.